Have you ever just saw a game and knew that you would just break down in tears at some point in the game because of how beautiful or how emotional it may look, or just the reputation that it holds is just so sad? Well, I just woke up, so I'm at my most emotional, and I'm playing Katawa Shoujo. Katawa Shoujo. I don't know. You can help me pronounce it in the comment section below. Um, but yeah, let's get this started. This is my first time playing this game. I thought it would be really cool to put this very emotional time on YouTube for some reason. I thought it would make the experience a lot better for you guys and a lot better for myself if I'm doing this, if I'm showing this. So let's get this show on the road. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. Deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4:00 p.m. Ah yes, the note. Slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are only time passing in the stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time is slow to a crawl. Oh, did you hear that, guys? That was some rustling in snow. I don't even know. Okay. The rustling of the dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Excuse me. Hi, Hisao? You came? A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. It's my girlfriend, I think. I feel my heart skip a beat. That's love. That is love right there. It's a voice I've listened to 100 times, but never as more than an eavesdrop to a conversation. I turn to face the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Oh, this guy is feeling the love. He is into it. I take it this is Hisao, and this is Iwanako. Is that Iwanako? Is that how you pronounce? I think that's how you pronounce it. Iwanako? I got a note telling me to wait here. Was yours? Damn it! I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line. That was the result. Pathetic. God, you're right, Hisao. Yes. I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Do I get to see this girl's face? Oh shoot, what's going on here? Why does it... I have a feeling it's gonna be a horror type game. If like that... I know it's not, but that heartbeat just gives me that feeling. My heart is pounding now as if it were trying to burst out of my chest and claim this girl for itself. That's some pretty serious feelings, man. Let's get a handle on that. Can't be good. So, oh, wait, this is how. So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. A cacophonous noise. I think that's how you pronounce it. A cacophonous noise. Cacophonous. Yeah, cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Let me check the time, guys. Okay. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes look with mine as she lazily twirls her long, dark hair around her finger. That's sexy. All the while, an anxious beating of my heart grows louder. God, you gotta get that handle, man. She likes you. Don't gotta be so stressed. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. Well, that's kind of sucks. You see, oh, I guess. I wanted to know if you'd go out with me. I stand there motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. Is that? I reached up to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arm. It sounds like you're having a heart attack, dude. Is so? My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which, oh, you probably heard me touch my mic for a second, which shoot open in terror. God, man, calm down. It's not that big a deal. Like, she likes you. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, the beating in my chest suddenly stops and I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanako running towards me, all these fades black. The last thing I remember before slipping away are sounds of Iwanako screaming for help, the incessant clatter of the branches above, and the incessant. I'm clicking and it was still there. Heartbeat. Look, it's a heartbeat. 4 Leaf Studios presents. I believe this is the credits. Katawa Shoujo. Shoujo. I don't know how to pronounce that last one. Inspiration Reisha. So, I don't know what direction I'm gonna go. I believe there are like 5 different girls that you can end up with. From what I've heard, I haven't heard too much. I've kind of been in the dark about this game. For this purpose only, I've always wanted to do this blind and I've always wanted to put it on YouTube. So far, it looks pretty good. Is it gonna be animated, or is it gonna be the way it was with the words? I don't know. I guess we'll find out, or I'll find out. If you've played this already and you're watching me play this, you're probably in agony from how stupid I am right now. But shit, it's my first time playing this game. Give me some slack. I dig the way it's going, though. I really like the way it's going. I am a huge anime buff, so I dig this. It's probably why I've always been into it. But I guess we're gonna go back to. It's been 4 months since my heart attack, so it was a heart attack. I knew it. In that whole time, I could probably count the times I've left the hospital room unsupervised in one hand. 4 months is probably a long time when you're left alone with your thoughts, so I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. Strange word, a foreign alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition, it causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too much, or way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Well, something did happen. You had a heart attack. Is it really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to be. It was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. Hope you guys didn't hear that burp. That was really professional. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. Excuse me. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course, there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, they felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. You know, I wondered how long it would take from my stutter to be incorporated into this commentary. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned about. I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had any visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. That's good. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We've never had much to talk about when she visited anyways. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on the snowy day. Why not? Just you. Okay. The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they were in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them. But it makes me feel uncomfortable. Well, you know, you must have had some hot nurses that you could have tapped on the butt every now and then. You're a kid with arrhythmia, you know, you could probably get away with a spank on the booty. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Sorry, guys. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait to see if the treatment of surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking it was some kind of omen. Still, I asked the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there's at least some hope. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. Well, I can agree with you. TV is kind of a waste. I don't really watch TV much either. Alright, I'm back. I don't know if I've read this or not. Oh, I have. I definitely have. Okay, I'm back. I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, and I thought it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without my books in hand. But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass. I was trapped inside instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing. Sometimes I paused in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the other things surrounding me would painfully crash into my consciousness through a barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely, and I couldn't even cry. Today the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here, and it's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There's a ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers, then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of my bed next to me, and he looks at me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Hisao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. With all your medication sorted out, I'll give the father a prescription. Doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So many. I take it from his hand and I take a look, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. It's fatigue, quinidine, can't even read. Decreased concentration. Okay, I'm not gonna try anymore. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contradictions, and dosages are listed line after line after line with a cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. Yeah, I know, I just tried. I can't really understand any of it. Attempting it to only makes me feel sicker. Well, yeah, I mean, the guy totally wrote over other lines. Apparently, he Must have some disorder to where he can't tell if he's writing over a written note or if he's just writing not on a... God, the guy wrote everywhere on that paper. All this for the rest of my life, every day? I'm afraid that's the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see the list fade over the years.
Years. What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all.
Also, I was spoken with your parents. We believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school.
What?
Please calm.
God, I have to...
Please calm down, son. Please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say.
Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. I'm going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand your
education is paramount. However, I don't think it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. The school is called Yamako Academy. It specializes in dealing with disabled students.
Disabled? What am I?
There's a 24-hour nursing staff that is only a few minutes away, a few minutes from highly regarded general hospital. The majority of the students live on campus. Think of it as boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby.
Independence? It's school for disabled kids? Don't try to disguise that fact. If it really was that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't have to make a hospital being nearby a selling point.
Of course, that's only if you want to go. But your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and had a look a couple weeks back, and I think you'd like it.
It looks like I really don't have a choice.
Compared to heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and it's a good opportunity to continue your education.
There isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamn opportunity.
Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one, a special school that's an insult.
That is what I want to say. It's a step down.
It's not what you
it's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active in their own way, their own sort of way.
It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help, one way or another. Your father's right. And many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. All your life you had an irrational fear for bunnies, so we surrounded you with them. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care. The person...
I'm getting too happy with that voice. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? Normal life is out of the question now. It's funny, I'd always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something right now, something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no, I won't say anything. That fact is that I know it's futile. I look around the room feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, the doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There isn't a choice. There really isn't a choice. I know, but... Mic mess up. But the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. This is all I can think to get me through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start. My life isn't over. It would be a mistake just to resign myself to thinking that. at the very least, I'll try to see what my new life would look like. And we fade to white. I think that is how. What a dreamy guy. Act 1, life expectancy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. Already, this is kind of a deep story. It's very descriptive, and I don't know. It looks really good so far. So I have a lot of, I don't know what's the word. Hope. I think hope is a good word for this. I have a lot of hope for this game. It looks really nice so far. So leave a like. Don't forget to like, and this goes without saying, but there's gonna be lists. I mean, not lists, links for other videos in the near future. But this is the only episode, so don't really worry about it now. Yeah, I'll see you guys for the next episode. Later.